One girl moved with her mom and dad to a new house. The house was old and very beautiful. The girl liked it very much at first. There were many rooms, and big trees grew right outside the windows. Mom and dad showed the girl all the rooms in the house. And we also have a basement, Dad said. There is a sofa and a big TV, so you can watch movies, like in a movie theater. They went down to the basement, but the girl suddenly felt sick. It smells so bad in here, said the girl and ran out of the cellar. But the girl's mom and dad didn't smell anything. Okay, said the mom. You don't have to go to the basement if you don't like it. They began to live in the new house, and everything was fine. But the smell from the basement did not go away, and even became as if stronger. It smells like death and a hospital, the girl said, as if someone had died. Only worse. But no one else could smell the odor except the girl. Even the foreman was called in, but his instruments detected nothing. The air is clean, no poisonous fumes, said the master and left. But that was not all. In the new house the girl began to dream strange dreams. In them there was a strange and very ancient city, square towers of black stone, dark alleys and overhang houses. In this city lived creepy, ugly creatures covered in scales, with webbing between their legs and triangular heads like snakes. These creatures buried their dead in glass coffins that they stacked in towers. The living came to the dead, cut their hands, poured blood on the glass coffin lids, and listened to the dead tell them about the afterlife. In this city, the dead were called invisible. From these dreams, the girl woke up screaming, but could not tell why these unknown creatures frightened her so much. However, she recognized that stinking smell from the basement. The same smell was in the dark towers of the ancient city. The girl began to dream about the ancient city more and more often, and the living became less and less, and the dead more and more. The city was crumbling, the towers crumbled, and only the glass coffins with their gruesome contents remained intact, lying in piles among the ruins. In her dreams, the girl wandered alone among the glass coffins, trying to find a way out of the city, and the invisible ones turned their snake-like triangular heads after her. But one night the girl woke up in her room and could not recognize it. It seemed to her as if she was in a dark tower of a dead ancient city. Then she realized that her room was filled with a stench. Thin threads of odor stretched from the basement like the tentacles of an unknown monster. It's the invisible ones, the girl guessed. They're looking for me. And also by the smell the girl realized that the invisible ones were very hungry. After all, those ancient creatures died out many years ago and there was no one to pour blood on the glass coffins. The girl climbed out of bed and carefully, trying not to get into the moving in the air tentacles invisible, began to sneak into the bedroom to Mom and Dad. But when she got there, she saw that Mom and Dad were dead. The tentacles of the invisible braided them like huge worms and drank their blood. With fear, the girl almost began to scream. She had to clamp her hands over her mouth and bite her fingers until they bled. When the girl felt the salty taste of blood in her mouth, she suddenly realized what she had to do. After all, to kill the invisible she could not. They were already long dead. The girl snuck into the kitchen, threw on the floor old newspapers that were lying on the refrigerator, took matches and lit them. When the fire broke out, the girl threw some more newspapers on top, opened the gas on the stove and climbed out through the window into the street. In the flaming fire, she managed to see how the tentacles of the invisible squirming in pain, and then the whole world disappeared in a fiery flash. When the firemen and the police arrived, the house was completely burnt down. On the ashes, the police found the bones of two dead people. The girl was taken to the hospital. She forgot everything, so she had to be taught to walk and talk again. She was taken from the hospital by her uncle and aunt, with whom she began to live. Sometimes the girl had nightmares with creepy, ugly creatures in glass boxes, and when the girl woke up, she drank special pills the doctor prescribed her and quickly forgot these dreams.